Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here on a cloudy Tuesday evening as Coronado kicks off against the Rampart Rams. I'm Adon Andrade, joined by my partner.
Aiden White
And here comes the return by Rampart, starting off early.
with a good kick return.
And
Got to about the 31.
This is the first game of the season for either teams. And based on the ranks, Rampart was ranked 111 last year. Coronado ranked 128, so we should have a tight matchup. Both of these teams hoping to do better than last season, to say the least. And here comes the Rampart offense. Your offensive starters are Josh Phillips, Chase Palmer, Zach Barnett, Braden Sears, Matthew Ramaka, Tyler Trope, AJ Seto, Lorenzo Guinto, Peter Richardson, and Riggs Riker. And here we go as Rampart runs to begin the game. And not a lot of gain right there.
About 1 yard.
As we get set up for second down, Rampart trying to start off the game with some fireworks. Now let's see what they do here. Team looks like they're getting into a spread formation here. Now Coronado, as mentioned before, Coronado and Rampart both hoping to improve from last season with less than favorable records. And Coronado looks like they might be blitzing here. Rampart hands off the ball.
Hands off.
Trying to get some yardage. Doesn't go anywhere.
About 4 yards on that rush. Is a pretty good yard.
That'll be third down for Rampart. And they might need to pass the ball right here. Let's see what Rampart does. Braden Sears, your starting quarterback for tonight's game. And your starting running back, I believe that's Nate Isaacson right there. And Braden Sears scrambling.
He's scrambling.
He wants to the first. He's trucking. He might have got it. Rampart says they got it.
Rampart first down. That was such a great scramble.
Yep. Chains are moving. Rampart first down, and great move there by Braden Sears to get that first.
Now here I would pass because they're most likely going to expect a run since they've run 3 times.
Yeah, Rampart has been a run-heavy team, as we learned from last year. Let's see what they do here. In the shotgun formation.
They hand off the ball again.
Trying to go somewhere. He cannot move. And Nate Isaacson will be stuffed once again. That line of scrimmage being put to work.
That defensive line is doing great right now.
Yeah, the Coronado defensive line holding up. They know Rampart was a run-heavy team, and I bet they prepared for that. That's second down, though. 2nd and 9. Let's see what Rampart does here. Shotgun trips once again. And ball snapped.
That was pass.
Sears looking for the pass, scrambling.
Scrambling
Pocket
outside.
Collapsing. He's trying to scramble once again.
Scramble.
And he will get almost a first down. He'll be left with about 3 yards to go, I believe.
A good 6-yard scramble.
The pocket collapsed, and Braden Sears, great awareness there to see where it ahead, and he ended up getting a nice gain out of it. From here, it looks to be about a 3rd and 3. Let's see what it's called. Rampart, 2 men in the backfield. This could be a run. Coronado playing no safeties. It is a run.
Handoff.
Trying to just push through. I think he might be short. Trying to push through. Rampart says they might have got it, and ref holds up the fist. That's a 4th down.
4th down in inches, I think.
Yeah, now big decision for Rampart here. Will they go for it on 4th and inches?
They look like they're going for it.
Yeah, the Rampart offense not moving off the field. Looks like they are going for it. This shows a lot about a team. This shows they're willing to take risks, and I really like this play call.
I do too. It shows that.
I think timeout might have been called.
Timeout?
They might be trying to set up an offsides trap here. Let's see what they do. I'm expecting to see some hard counts here. And he will snap it.
And they hand off the ball. And he is smothered.
He might not. He did not get it.
He did not get it.
Coronado's excited. They will get the ball in great field position.
At the 50-yard line.
And Coronado, that's what you want to do early. You want to take the crowd out of it.
Coronado is starting off hot today.
Yeah, I agree. And with 8 minutes left in the first quarter, they have a chance to maybe put the first points on the board.
Let's see what their offense can do.
Quarterback for Coronado, that is Jackson Gutowski. And let's see what he can do here. Let's see the junior lining up here. Looks like a strong formation.
He's
Ball
passing.
snapped. Pass going deep.
Going
He
deep.
might have him. And off of his fingertips. That was a touchdown if he caught it.
That was
Rampart.
If he caught it, that would be first points on the board. That could have made Coronado win the whole game. It could have turned the tides right there.
Yeah, Rampart caught a lucky break right there. And maybe that's a wake-up play for Rampart. We can't let that happen again. And let's see what they do.
They'd have to adjust so they don't get burnt over the top.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Once again, I see a trips formation. Men in motion. Handoff up the middle. And
a good about 3 yards.
Great tackle there. Here we go. Third down. Coronado does not want to waste his field position. This Rampart crowd making themselves present. Trying to make this third down tough for Coronado. 2 players in the backfield. I think we might be looking at a pass here. It's a twins formation. Play action.
Scrambling outside.
And he's trying to get away. Good tackle. He might have got the first.
That was a good scramble by him.
And the refs say 4th down in inches. And Coronado stuck in the same position Rampart was to start this game. Will they go for it?
They are both going off strong in this first quarter.
Yeah,
they're looking to have a tough game tonight.
Yeah, both of them want to establish that they're not scared. They're not scared to take those risks. And heavy formation. We might just see a QB sneak here. Handoff. Trying to get the ball. He looks like he's short. Rampart sideline wants it.
Short.
And that might be Rampart ball.
It looks like it's Rampart's ball.
It is Rampart ball.
It's Rampart's ball.
Now both offenses still have to start this game. Rampart though in a good position. And let's see what the Rampart offense does after that first drive. A lot of excitement to start the game. Two 4th down attempts, both no good, but I like the risk that we're taking in this game. Now Rampart offense setting up.
Both defenses are doing great tonight.
I agree.
If they want to win, they got to keep it up.
Yeah, I agree with both coaches are trying to scheme how to get past these defenses because both of them have been really strong so far to start this game. Now here we go, shotgun formation.
Rampart crowd is going wild right now. They hand off.
And handoff, good.
That's a good run.
There, about 5 yards. I'm seeing Rampart lining up in a lot of trip shotgun formation. And this might be because a new head coach, Coach Royer, he was a coach for Rampart a few years back, took Rampart to the longest playoff run they've ever been to, and now he's back, so Rampart with a lot of optimism.
Hopefully this year they could possibly make it to the playoffs with Royer back as the head coach.
That's what Rampart's hoping to do, especially try to bounce back from last season. Not the best season for the Rams. Now here we go. Spread formation here.
It looks like it's going to be a pass. Scrambling.
Scramble here. And who's that at quarterback? I don't know who that is, but he's got a lane. Gets out of bounds.
That was a nice rush.
That's Hayden Benoit. They put him at quarterback, and I see why. Showing off that speed. First down, Rampart. And that got the crowd into it. Great call right there, going with a speedy quarterback. And he's back out there once again.
Could be another scramble.
Yeah, I think Coronado may have to put some QB spies. Here comes Rampart. Looking. Down the middle. Good catch.
That was an amazing
catch. Great catch by Zach Barnett. And Rampart showing passing a lot. Something that they haven't done much of last season, but they're looking hot right now.
They are showing that intimidation towards Coronado, showing that they're not going to go down without a fight.
And now once again, shotgun here.
The handoff.
Finds a lane, but it's clogged up. Still fighting for extra yardage.
That was a solid run. It looks like 1 or 2 yards.
Might be a first down for Rampart. That'll be called third down. 3rd and 1, I believe. I like what Rampart's doing, though, because Coronado, they were expecting a lot of running plays, but after Rampart came out and passed, you can see that their linebackers are not so far up the line of scrimmage anymore. They actually have to account for the pass, and I really like this coaching right now. And here comes a pass, and off the fingertips. Another 4th down situation. What will Rampart do?
If he caught that, that might have been a touchdown right there.
Yeah, he had an open lane to take. And now Rampart, once again, they got to make a decision.
Looks like they might go for the 4th down here.
This would be a long field goal, and they will go for it, and the crowd likes that call. And let's see. And a flag was called. And Rampart will get the first. Unfortunate for Coronado. And Rampart caught a break right there. And now they're knocking on the door of that end zone. Let's see what they do. Let's see. Ball snapped. Hands off up the middle. He might be in. Touchdown!
Touchdown, Rams!
Rampart opens up the scoreboard with a touchdown.
That was an amazing run play right in the middle.
And the crowd is loving it. This Rampart offense looks like a well-oiled machine early.
Now they're going to kick the extra point. Huh?
Yeah, we're going to get a slow motion of that play. It was a great run there by the Rampart Rams. But here comes the PAT.
And it's good.
Rampart up 7-0 and good mood here at D20 Stadium for the Rams.
About 5 minutes left in the quarter. Let's see if Coronado can stir some things up to hopefully get some score right back.
Yeah, here comes the kickoff team. Rampart with the momentum right now. You can guess that Coronado's probably going to want to adjust. I think it was a great adjustment by the Rams, though. After that first drive where they got stuffed, they just put the pedal to the metal and just drove down to the end zone.
Coach Royer showing that he could possibly get the Rams back to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, and right now it's looking really good as Rampart gets ready for the kickoff. About less than 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Rampart up 7-0.
Coronado would have to change up their offense to score some points.
Exactly. You can probably guess that the coach was probably adjusting after he got stopped that first time. Rampart also needs to adjust with them if they want to keep this game in their favor.
I totally agree with that.
Here we go, taking the kick for Rampart. That is Nate Isaacson, I believe. And here we go. Here comes the kickoff. And good kick.
That was a really good kick.
So going to the back of the end zone. He won't recover it. That's a touchback. And let's see what this Coronado offense does after getting stopped that first drive. And this Rampart defense hoping to keep the momentum on their side. Once again, here comes Coronado. And Rampart sending players out here. The substitutions might be a little confusing. Yeah, Rampart trying to figure out the substitutions right now. Braden Sears, I believe the quarterback, is out playing cornerback.
He's out playing quarter.
Screen pass.
That's a good tackle by Rampart.
Great tackle by Rampart right there. And now Braden Sears will come off. I don't know. Braden Sears seems a little confused right now. This Rampart defense needs to get adjusted here. And Coronado once again spreading that offense, trying to use as much of this field as possible. Let's see if they do. Empty backfield here. We could possibly see a scramble. We've seen that this quarterback is very talented at scrambling. And here we go, flag.
There's a flag. Most likely offsides.
Yeah, possibly an offsides. And let's see what it's called. And it's a false start on Coronado. That will move them back. And that's got to be frustrating for both players and coaches.
That's good for Rampart.
Yeah, definitely. But on that Coronado sideline, they have not gotten much offense going yet early, and that is not going to help matters at all. 2nd and 11 now. Man in the backfield. Let's see. Shotgun formation here.
Oh, they're
Rampart.
blitzing.
Great
Scrambling.
blitz by Rampart. He tries to get away.
Tries to get
Rampart
away.
got him!
And that's a sack.
And great tackles by Rampart. Great blitz right there.
Rampart's defense is hot tonight.
And it'll be a 3rd down and long now. 3rd and 11 to be exact. And Coronado with their backs against the end zone. What will they do here? Let's see. It appears we have an... never mind. I thought we had maybe had an injury, but it looks like we're good. Now here comes Rampart. The Rampart defense hoping to maybe get another sack here. Shotgun formation. Scrambling. Looking for somebody. He might not get there. He just runs out of bounds. Rampart is going to get this ball back with momentum fully on their side.
Rampart is doing great tonight.
Yeah, both defense and offense have shown brilliance out here on the field. And the punter for Coronado, that is, once again, that looks like Jackson, I believe, yeah, that is Jackson Gutowski taking the punt for Coronado. A very versatile man out here. Let's see, Rampart hoping to get a good return here. And low punt. He let a good bounce though, and it gets to about the 49-yard line. Rampart offense takes over. Now, how do you think Rampart needs to keep this momentum going?
Honestly, I would just keep mixing up the runs and the pass plays here because they're doing great on spreading out the runs and passes here.
Yeah, I agree. This Coronado defense has to adjust to everything now, not just the run anymore.
They might need to set a QB spy if they don't want the quarterback to scramble outside of the pocket.
Yeah, QB spy would be a great idea, as this Rampart offense has relied a lot on the quarterback runs by Braden Sears and Hayden Benoit. Here we go. Braden Sears at quarterback, snaps it. And read option, he keeps it. And towards the sideline. They might not catch him. Jukes inside. And he's caught, but he gets about to the 12-yard line. Great run by Rampart.
That was a great run by Brandon Spears there.
And you're talking about the QB spy. That would have been helpful right there.
That would have been real helpful.
As Rampart, once again, knocking on the door to that end zone.
They might be setting a QB spy now, because after that run, I think they're going to be setting QB spy for maybe the whole game.
Here we go. Brandon Sears at QB once again. First down. Hands it off this time. Time to hold. Touchdown, Rams! Makes it 13-0. And Rampart right now is cruising. And let's get a slow motion instant replay of that great run by Nate Isaacson. And as you can see right there, just finds a hole and no one there to contest him. Just gets into the end zone. Great job by Rampart on that run.
And kick the PAT. Oh.
Yeah, and here comes the PAT.
See if they can make it 14-0.
By the man that scored that touchdown, Nate Isaacson.
And
he got it.
14-0 with about 3 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter.
Yeah, as I said before, the momentum is fully on Rampart's side, and Coronado needs to find something to try to get back in it. Here comes the kicking unit for Rampart. But the Rampart Rams will have to be feeling great. Looking to start off with a winning record this season. And once again, taking the kick is Nate Isaacson. The Coronado returns team is still not on the field. I can imagine the coach on the Coronado sideline is probably telling him how to adjust, as they cannot stop Rampart right now.
Isaacson looks like he can do everything on the field tonight.
Yeah, very versatile. He's kicking, he's running, and he's making a great impact here. As here we go.
Here comes Coronado on the field.
Rampart comfortable 14-0 lead. Still the first quarter though. Game is very far from over.
The tides could turn.
Yeah, Coronado needs to find that one spark to their offense. Rampart very good right now though. And great kick. He will get a chance to return it. He will. And here comes Coronado running towards the middle, looking for a stiff arm. Great tackles by the Rampart
Great
Rams.
tackles about the 26-yard line, it looks like.
Now here comes this Rampart defense, and this crowd is loving what they're seeing right now. As we have a pretty full crowd here tonight, this Rampart Rams showing up. And that's the school spirit you want to see. Coronado on offense once again. Trying to find that spark to their offense.
If they can, they could possibly turn the tides, or at least tie the game in this first half.
I believe that is what they want. Here we go. Ball snap. Handoff up the middle.
Handoff.
Great tackles by the Rampart Rams.
That was a solid run for about 3 yards.
About a 2-3 yard run right there. Coronado slowly but surely trying to pick up their first down of the game. As we dip in under 2 minutes 30 seconds left from the first quarter. 2nd and 7. And in the backfield for Coronado, that is David Moore, the junior. Here we go, Coronado ball snap. Play action, throws a short pass. Great tackles by Rampart.
And they stuff him behind the line of scrimmage. That is an amazing play by Rampart's defense.
It was a good read by the quarterback by Rampart. Great job on making a tackle right there. As it will be 3rd and 7. Coronado still looking to pick up their first down of the game. And this defense chance, trying to make it harder for them.
Rampart's crowd is loving this game so far.
Yeah. Great offense, great defense on both sides for Rampart. And let's see if Coronado can pick up a first down.
Scramble.
Trying to cut inside. He might have gone that first down.
That was a nice scramble down the pocket.
It will be called a first down. Coronado maybe finding that spark they need.
Their first down of the game. See if that could have been the spark for the game. Hopefully get some points on the board.
And let's see what Rampart defense does to adjust to this. First down. Looking deep.
They're going deep.
Trying to find him, and he
overthrew him.
This Coronado offense finding success when they throw deep. They just can't connect, though. And this Rampart defense has to be wary of that, because with one of these that can connect, that could be dangerous for Rampart. Let's see if we go Coronado, though. 2nd and 10. The twins formation here. Snaps the ball.
It's a handoff. Oh, and he is smothered behind the line.
And big hit by Rampart.
That was an amazing read by the defense.
Yeah, the defense just got in there instantly as soon as the ball was snapped. Nowhere to go for Coronado. Dipping under a minute in the first quarter. And here we go. 3rd and 14. Coronado not in a favorable position right here.
They would have to go deep if they want this first down.
And I'm guessing that's what they will do here. A shotgun formation here. Rampart looks like they might be bringing a blitz.
They are bringing a heavy blitz.
Looking for somebody down the field. And off his fingertips again.
If he could have caught that, that might have been a touchdown right there.
He's looking for Reality Smith. And Rampart crowd letting him hear it, as that's got to be frustrating for him. Coronado just cannot connect on these deep balls. And here comes the punt team. And for Rampart, that's Zach Barnett returning that kick.
Dylan Jardin punting for Coronado right now.
And
the high kick. They just let it bounce out of bounds.
And
Looks like
Rampart will take
about the
over.
35.
Rampart will have to run a play before this first quarter ends. But they are feeling good right now. Making the stops in defense, getting the points on offense. What else could you ask for?
Yeah, they're doing amazing in this first quarter.
Rampart trying to just keep this momentum here. What do you think Coronado needs to do to adjust to this Rampart offense?
For sure, set a QB spy and play medium to short defense here, because if you don't have that QB spy, the quarterback might just take off again.
Yeah, that's definitely true. A lot of Rampart's yards have come from the QB scrambling. And let's see what Rampart does here. This might be their last play. And once again, scrambling.
It's another scramble.
Spin move. And the extra effort might give him an extra yard. But that is the end of the first quarter. Rampart up 14-0 on the Coronado Cougars.
What a game so far.
Yeah, Rampart
Rampart
making
starting.
a statement.
Rampart starting off hot.
Rampart, as you can tell, probably going to try to keep this momentum rolling as the second quarter starts soon.
Rampart crowd is liking how Rampart is playing.
Yeah, what do you think the coaches are down there telling the Rampart Rams?
Yeah, I think they're telling them just keep doing what you're doing. They're doing amazing right now. I don't think they need to really change anything.
Yeah, exactly. These coaches, these players must be fired up right now. But I can imagine on that Coronado sideline, they're trying to adjust, trying to find an answer as they need to come back into this game. And I would say that answer needs to be found soon, because Rampart going up 3 touchdowns might be very difficult for Coronado to come back.
I totally agree with that. Coronado for sure needs to set a QB spy on defense.
And I have a feeling the coaches are trying to make an adjustment for that right now as we speak. As Rampart has just ran all over them with their QBs. Yeah, that's QBs plural. It's a combination of Braden Sears and Hayden Benoit. Both of them great plays on offense so far in the first quarter. As here we go, start of the second here. Let's see what Rampart does to start off here. I believe that might be Benoit at quarterback.
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm talking about this little could be
See what
do.
it looks like a pass.
And pump
Scrambling
fakes,
up the
and
middle.
that's a sack. And that is what Coronado needed right now.
That could have been the spark to make him come back in this game.
That's exactly what they need right now. It's going to be a 3rd and medium now. 3rd and 5. As Rampart would love a first down to keep the party going here at D20 Stadium. Let's see, once again, Benoit in the shotgun formation. The receivers to the top of your screen. High snap. Looking bullet
Quick
pass.
pass.
And good
dropped
defense by Coronado as they needed that stop.
It's
And
4th and 5 now.
We do have a flag, though. Let's see what it's called. It's going to be detrimental if it's against Coronado. And roughing the passer. Rampart's going to get a first down.
That is tough for Coronado.
Yeah, just when they thought they had to stop, that roughing the passer comes back to bite them. As Rampart gets this first down. It's unlucky there for Coronado, but for Rampart, they love to see it. Here we go once again, Benoit on the backfield with Isaacson right next to him. See, handoff. Isaacson cuts inside. Great run.
That was a great
run.
First
down, Rampart. And they will not call it a first down.
It looks like
Change crew and refs communicating here.
Could be 2nd and inches or a first down.
I believe it was called 2nd and short. I think Rampart might just do another small handoff right here.
Yeah, 2nd and short.
Yeah, 2nd and short right here. Let's see. They're going for the pass here. Scrambling, looking for somebody. Throws to the sideline, caught!
That was a nice play.
Great job there by the Rampart Rams. Catching that number 84, that's Riggs Riker. Great footwork on that sideline. And I like that Rampart has implemented a lot of passing plays here in their offense. As last year was a lot of run, run, and run.
I totally agree with that.
Let's see what they do here. Trying to get another touchdown, maybe even a field goal if it comes down to it. Another handoff, cuts it back inside. Great moves.
There's about a 4-yard run, it looks like.
A lot of effort. 4 yards to show for it. But Rampart, though, with the momentum fully on their side.
Coronado really needs to change up their defense here.
2nd and 5 here for Rampart. And once again, it's been wide in that backfield. Let's see what they do here. Another handoff. Trucks through that pile. Great job right there.
Might have been a first down.
And that's Camden Bruns, I believe.
It's 3rd down. 3rd down and short.
It will be called 3rd down and short. Looks like he got the first from this angle. But it is 3rd down indeed.
Let's see if they get more points on the board.
I think Rampart might just run it here. And I think that might be a false start. Which is not what they needed right now. Yeah, false start. That won't move him back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 1, we got a 3rd and 6.
Now this could be the spark for Coronado here.
Yeah, even holding Rampart to a field goal could mean something for Coronado.
It'd be easier for them to come back for sure.
And here we go. I can imagine Rampart might be contemplating a pass here now. Let's see what they do. 3rd and 6. Coronado trying to stop the bleeding here. And it is a pass. Scrambling, almost ran into his own blocker.
And right off his hands.
Great contest, and Coronado finally gets that stop they needed. As here comes the kicking unit for Rampart. Let's see what they do here.
See if Nate Isaacson can make this a 17-0 game.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 on extra points today. Can he add a field goal to that? Let's see if he does. We got a little win here at D20 Stadium as the sun is setting. And let's see if that affects him. Good snap. Good kick.
That was an amazing kick right there. 17-0 in the 2nd quarter with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock.
And the Rampart Rams are feeling themselves right now.
Rampart is starting off hot. Coronado really needs to change things up.
Yeah. And I'm curious to see what they do here on offense, as they have not seen much of anything in terms of offense. As Rampart, Rampart is, I believe the strong suit for this Rampart defense is their tackling.
I totally agree with that. They're doing amazing. They're doing amazing reads on defense.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as a Coronado player gets a ball, there's a Rampart Ram waiting for him to tackle him. And that's great technique by Rampart. As here comes the kickoff. And returning for Coronado, I believe is no sign yet. I think I read number 12.
Yeah, David Moore.
Yeah, David Moore returning for Coronado.
Let's see if he could do some good. Nate Isaacson with a really good kick.
And they're almost muffed. And here comes the Coronado return. They need something here. Keeps pushing through, and great tackles by Rampart.
To the 31-yard line, I believe. That was a great kick return.
And this Coronado offense needs something going right here, right now. Down 17-0 in the 2nd quarter.
See what Coronado's offense can stir up here to trick Rampart's defense.
Yeah, I believe that's something they need to do, as we've seen a lot of short passing. We've seen some long passes that have not been successful. I believe that's something they need to do. Just work on that technique. Maybe connect on one of these deep balls to get momentum going on your side. As here we go. Ball snap, Rampart
it's a
bringing
handoff
up blitz.
down the middle.
And good tackles, just not letting him go anywhere.
They're doing great on the run defenses. tonight.
And it will be about 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9. As Coronado needs to find something here. Maybe a deep ball. Let's see.
Even a medium ball would be amazing right now.
Anything. And read option here.
Read
That's
option.
what
Oh,
they
that's a
needed.
great run.
And up the middle. Fumble.
Fumble.
Rampart recovers.
Rampart recovered.
And just when Coronado thought they caught a break, Rampart right there gets the ball back. Rampart football.
Rampart just stops him right in his tracks. That was an amazing play by Rampart.
Yeah, great tackle from behind. Just pops the ball free and great recovery there by Rampart.
Coronado's defense needs to do something here to stop Rampart's offense so they can at least try to come back.
This is a team game, so the defense, if they make a stop here, they might go to the offense and say, hey, we got you a stop. Try to get some points on the board for us. But let's see what they do. As the Rampart crowd is into it right now. Braden Sears back at QB with Nate Isaacson in the backfield.
These two are doing phenomenal tonight with great rushing.
Yep, one scramble again. One scramble once again by Braden Sears. They were ready for him with a contain.
That was an amazing play by Coronado right there. They read
Yeah,
the QB perfectly, and they got him before he could be electric and go down the field.
Yeah, great tackling there by Coronado. If he wasn't there, I believe that's at least 5 yards he would have gotten. And now here, Braden Sears once again in the shotgun.
Rampart's crowd is loving Rampart right now.
Yeah, just great showing. And that might be an offsides. See if it is. Yep, offsides on Coronado.
They move 5 yards up.
Yeah, that'll be 2nd and 5 now. As Coronado needs to stay away from these penalties, as they will slowly start adding up throughout this game. Here we go. Braden Sears once again. Rampart loving this trips formation. 3 receivers on the top of your screen.
And they're
looking
passing.
down the middle. Great pass.
catch.
First down.
First down Rampart, about the 39, the
Yeah, about
41.
Yeah, 41-yard line. And Rampart loving the short passes right now. Very effective.
Substitution for Nate Isaacson. What looks like
It might be
Camden Bruns.
Camden Bruns might be back in. He is a power back. He's very big. As he pushes through that pile.
And they got them about 3 yards.
A good rush there.
That was an amazing truck by Camden Bruns right there.
Yeah, he has a big frame, and he used that to his advantage. He's able to truck through everyone. Here we go, 2nd and 5. Rampart, they're loving their short game right now. And ball
They go with
snap
the pass.
for a pass scrambling as the pocket
Scrambling.
collapses. Braden Sears trying to move that pile. He might have gone that first. Waiting for the ref signal here. And
They did not get it. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 here. You know, the obvious move here would be to run, but as I've seen from Rampart today, they might not be afraid to pass it here, or maybe trying to catch him by surprise.
They might try to just get a one-play touchdown right here. No,
They
they
will
hand
just
off.
take a safe play. But Camden Bruns, good job right there.
That was an amazing run, and that's a first down for Rampart.
Another first down for Rampart as the Coronado the Coronado defense, my apologies, is slowly breaking down.
Rampart's crowd is loving this game right now.
Yeah, we got a pretty full house here. And their impact will be known throughout this game. And let's see what Rampart does here. First down. And looking up the middle. Coronado could have caught a pick right there off the fingertips of Zach Burnett. But it will be incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Let's see what Coronado could stir up on this player.
Yeah. And Rampart love utilizing that slot receiver, Zach Barnett. He has caught a lot of the balls here for Rampart early. And
Looks like there was a substitution for the
and
halfback.
QB option here. Braden Sears.
That was
Great run.
Great scramble by Sears here.
And 6 minutes left in the half. About 6 minutes left in the half. Rampart knocking on the door for another touchdown. And let's see if they can do it. Yes, here we go. Sears in a shotgun. Might look for another run here. Timeout might have been called. Nope. Here we go.
Nope.
Making some audibles here.
See if they can get a touchdown right here.
And they'll just hand it
Hand it
off.
off.
Down the sideline.
Down the sideline.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Rampart!
Great run there. Let's see a replay of that. As you can see on your screen right now, it's just a great snap. Great plays overall. As you can see the snap here, and he just dashes towards the sideline as soon as he gets the ball. Just good job of breaking tackles right there. That's definition of power football.
That was good job on his feet work there as well. Here comes the PAT from Nate Isaacson.
Nate Isaacson, great performance today. I believe he has 2 touchdowns, 2 PATs, and a field goal. Trying to make it 3 PATs. He does.
And he's
having himself a game.
He is doing an amazing game tonight.
We're up 24-0, and Coronado does not know how to respond yet.
Let's see if they could change around this quarter or next half.
Yeah, I believe Coronado maybe wants to get something going before the start of the second half, as they are being shut out here, and the game's slowly slipping away from them. Let's see what they do. Rampart loving what they're seeing right now.
Here comes Rampart's kicking team with Nate Isaacson kicking off again.
Yeah, he's had a lot of work today.
Yes, he has. And he has been electric.
Okay, let's see what they do here. Coronado once again not bringing their return team out yet. I can imagine they're talking, trying to figure out what to do.
Let's see if Coronado could get a good kick return here.
And he has been pretty great kicking. Let's see if he can keep it up. Trying to maybe get a touchback here, not try to let anything return.
Comes the kick. That was a really good kick.
To the back of the end zone.
That is a touchback for Coronado. Let's see if their offense could somehow get some points up on the board.
Coronado offense has not shown much of anything yet. Trying to change that. I think what Coronado needs to right now is to connect on one of those deep balls, because they've been open. They've been great passes. They just can't connect on them, which has not been great for them. And here we go. As we approach this half, we would like to remind you that the RHS band is performing, so please enjoy that. But for now, we got 5 minutes and 47 seconds left of good old football here.
Let's see what Coronado could do here. Snaps the ball as a handoff. And he misses the throw there.
Maybe some bad communication. I think he might have been expecting him to be a little closer to him.
Rampart's crowd could have affected that play there.
Yeah, exactly. Because I believe that was just a communication issue.
Rampart crowd is loud.
Yeah. And Coronado trying to adjust to that too. Second and 10 here. And the Rampart crowd getting louder and louder. And
scramble out of the pocket. Short
pass.
though, and he drops the ball.
And these Coronado players just cannot hold on to that ball. And
they're not doing well in this first half. Let's see if they can stir something up and possibly do better.
Yeah, and this Rampart defense hasn't been put to work much this drive, as Coronado players are just doing harm to themselves. Here we go. Coronado needs a catch. They need a first down here. Needs something. Try to get back into this game. Ball snapped.
That was a heavy blitz and he caught it.
And he fights for the first. I think he might be short, though.
Might be short. Might be fourth.
Oh, they moved the chains. That's a first down. Coronado, that's exactly what they needed.
That is their second first down, I believe, of this game.
And they need many more of those if they want a chance at coming back.
That might have been the spark for them to come back during this game. It might be hard for them, but there's still a whole another half to go.
As here we go. High snap here. Fake handoff.
Short throw, nice catch.
Good catch there, and here he goes.
Nice run.
And good tackles there by Rampart, but great receiving by Reality Smith.
That could have been the spark, what they needed. They're first down back-to-back, I believe.
Yeah, that's a big difference from what we see in the first quarter. Now this Coronado offense finds some life here. Can they get into the end zone with just under 5 minutes left in the second quarter? My apologies. Here we go. Handoff.
The handoff.
Maybe a little slip up right there.
And he gets smothered behind the line of scrimmage. An amazing play by Rampart's defense there.
They are hype right now. Great play by them.
After those two amazing plays by Coronado, Rampart comes back and stuffs them behind the line.
Great job by Rampart, trying to stop this Coronado offense that has finally found the rhythm here late in the second quarter. Let's see what they do.
2nd and 11. It's a handoff.
Handoff once again.
And it just looks like Rampart is just smothering the run game here.
Now, I don't know if that's the correct play call. The pass game was working. They just went back-to-back runs, which hasn't worked. I would maybe try to go back to the pass here.
I agree with that.
Yeah, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Let's see if they can get this first down.
Spread offense here. Play action.
Scrambling outside the pocket.
Looking for somebody. He cannot connect.
And he drops the ball. If he caught that, that might have been a few extra yards and could have possibly put them in field goal range.
I think that's what's been Coronado's biggest weakness here this half. Is not being able to hold on to that ball. I believe they'll maybe have double their yards if they could, maybe hold on to some of these. But 4th and 10, QB's not coming off the field.
They're going for it.
Yeah, they're getting very aggressive here.
They know they need to get this first down to possibly come back and tie the game.
Yeah, and peculiar play call, but let's see what happens. Here comes the blitz by Rampart. Scrambling. Trying to find somebody.
And
to the grass. And the Rampart coach, as you can see right there, very excited.
Rampart is doing amazing tonight.
A great job by all of the units out here. Even the special teams, Nate Isaacson has been putting on a show as a kicker and as a running back. 3:30 left in the second quarter. Rampart trying to keep piling onto this deficit. And Coronado not in a prime position right now. They need something. As here comes Rampart. Once again, making that QB switch. I don't know what this play calling is, but it's working for Rampart. That is Hayden Benoit at QB. Ball snap, fumbles.
Ball snap, fumble.
Did he recover?
I think Coronado might have recovered that.
Coronado says they have it.
Let's see what the ref says.
Coronado's looking at it.
And Coronado has the ball.
It. That's a break they needed bad. As Rampart's showing a mistake in what's been a otherwise perfect offense so far. And that might just be the spark that Coronado needed to win this, to get back into this game.
Let's see if they could possibly get a touchdown before halftime.
And that's what we're trying to do. There's still plenty of time to get a touchdown.
3 minutes and 25 on the clock.
Let's see what
First and 10.
First and 10. Quarterback keeps it, trying to juke, but he just finds nothing as Rampart makes a great stop. And let's see. I believe he got about 2-3 yards there. Coronado hoping to stop the bleeding here. They have, I believe this might be the best field position they've had the entire game.
I believe so.
Let's see. 2nd and 10 here. Rampart bringing another
They're
blitz.
bringing another blitz. That's a heavy blitz.
Keeps it. Quarterback keeps it.
That was a pretty good scramble when there's a blitz coming towards him.
Yeah, he was able to recognize that blitz and he got past it. And
If it was just a second later, then I don't think he would have made that play for 5 yards. It's 3rd and 5.
that'll be 3rd and 5 here. I think they should look for a pass. As Rampart blitz keeps coming in, looking. He cannot connect once again. That's been an issue all game long.
Yeah, it looks like they are just frustrated on offense and defense.
And
That's kind of a low pass there as well. Kind of hard for him to catch that.
And QB once again staying on the field. They want the touchdown.
2 minutes and 13 left, and looks like they're staying on the field.
Let's see if that play call pays off. Coronado needs to find something here. And here we go. They will go for it. And do we have a flag? This could determine what they do. Oh, I think it might have been just a timeout. It was a timeout.
The timeout. Let's see if they could stir things up on the offense and possibly get this first down to possibly get some points up on the board.
And it's a very important play right here. And
this might be the play that could determine the game here.
Yeah, it will determine the way the momentum goes. If Coronado can pick up a first and eventually get into the end zone, that will put them in good spirits going into the half. But just imagine if Rampart can get the stop and maybe even drive down the field. That would put them in a better mood than they've already been today. Let's see, long timeout here. Rampart and Coronado both trying to strategize here. As here they go.
Coronado's offense, my apologies.
Jackson Gutowski along with David Moore in that backfield.
Let's see if they can start a spark in their offense.
And ball snapped.
He's rolling out.
And
throw.
nothing.
And it's nothing.
Flag, but I think that might have been pass interference on Rampart. It looked like a pass interference.
Could be first down, Coronado.
And I think it will be a first down. Yeah, I did see some, contact right there.
Did see some pulling on the arm as well. And it looks like
Yep.
That's first down, Coronado.
2 minutes, 7 seconds of Rampart trying to keep the shutout on the board. Let's see if they can do it here. There's Coronado. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Let's see if they can get the first points on the board for the Coronado.
And here we go. Ball snapped. Pocket collapsing.
He keeps it.
And trying to truck through that pile. Great tackling by the Rampart Rams.
That might have been a yard.
And maybe a few. As another timeout is called, I believe. And both teams trying to talk it over again. Maybe the Rampart coach is telling him, hey, stay away from those penalties. We could have had them right there. And maybe on the Coronado sideline, they're talking about, let's get some points here. It's touchdown or bust.
Let's see if they could. Looks like they're at least in field goal range, so at least they might be able to put some points up in this second quarter. Minute and 55 before halftime. And Rampart band to perform.
If Coronado can play their cards right here, they might be able to milk a lot of this clock, score a touchdown, and not leave a lot of time for Rampart to do anything, which would be the way they would want to end this half. Well, let's see, Rampart trying to prevent that. I've been seeing a lot of the rollout pass here by Coronado. Let's see if they go back to it. Yep, here comes another boot pass. Throws towards the end zone.
And he misses his target.
3rd and 11 now. That's Coronado once again trying to get another 3rd down conversion to keep this drive alive. It's been their best drive of the game so far. They just need to finish it with points. Let's see what they do. 3rd and 11. I think they might go to the play action boot play once again. And
there's a blitz. He's
coming,
rolling out.
Trying to find somebody, trying to find a check down.
And
nothing there. 4th and 11.
There was some miscommunication there because number 12 tried to block for the QB.
Great observation right there. And Rampart now.
Let's see.
They'll bring out the field goal unit, trying to get some points here.
They might stay on the field and go for the 4th down. They are looking for the 6 points.
Yeah, they want the 6 here. 4th and 11. Risky play. Let's see. And they just flip it to the running back. I don't think he's going to get there. He doesn't. Rampart ball.
That was a great play, but he just could not cut that man.
Yeah, and Rampart will recover. They will need to put on a really good drive if they want to get points at the end of this half. But right now, I don't think that's much of a priority. Rampart cruising right now, 24-0.
They might just run the clock out, so just make it halftime.
Yeah, they could run the clock out. Let's see here. Because after that fumble, maybe they're not so confident as they were before. But let's see. I don't know, it could go either way. We've seen a lot of risk taken this game, but we also seen signs that maybe they should try to slow it down and just go into the half. Feeling great. There's Rampart and Coronado both taking their times here, adjusting. And now we got a minute 30 left until halftime. Rampart feeling great for a season opener.
They are doing amazing tonight. They're shutting down Coronado.
This is exactly what players dream of, in front of a packed stadium, season opener. This is how you want to start off the season if you're the Rampart Rams.
I totally agree there. They're starting off hot, and if they keep playing like this the whole season, they could possibly make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, and I believe that is a big hope right now for the Rampart Rams.
Especially from last season.
Yeah, last season.
It wasn't that great.
Trying to erase those bitter memories from last season. And it's looking great so far. Up 24-0. Minute 30 left. Will they try to push the scoreboard here? Go ball snapped.
The pass. They're
Going
going deep.
And
They got one-handed. Down the sideline. Touchdown Rams. Let's see that in slow-mo.
And just a great pass right there. Caught the Coronado defense just sleeping. And here we go. They came out in trips again. And that was just an amazing play by Rampart. Great job to haul it in. As you can see right here, he just went on a go route, just a streak, throws it deep. Coronado defender just got beat there. And it looked like it might have been an incomplete pass there, but he managed just to hold on to it. And from right there, it just turns into a foot race.
That was an amazing throw, an amazing run down the sideline. Amazing footwork.
And here comes the PAT.
And
connects once again. 31-0 Rampart.
They are starting off hot this first half. They are doing amazing. Especially Nate Isaacson for 4 for 4 on his kicks.
Yeah, exactly. Rampart has found their kicker, to say the least.
He for sure has a leg.
Yeah, he does it all. He can kick field goals. He can make kickoffs, and he's been a big part of this Rampart team so far.
Especially with those 2 touchdowns he had in the early first quarter, I believe.
Let's not count out the rest of this Rampart crew. Braden Sears with a great pass right there. He's been doing great all game. And Hayden Benoit.
And Camden Bruns with those nice short power runs.
Yeah, those have been the superstars of this game so far. As Coronado, that's exactly what they didn't want to happen to go into the half. Minute 20 left.
Let's see if David Moore could possibly get a good kick return. And that is another touchback.
Yeah, when you're down this much, it's a big mental game. Like, coming back is difficult enough, but when you're down by this much, it takes a toll on your mind. You just got to be mentally strong to stay in this game. As that ball will go to the 20.
Let's see if Coronado can get something going on in their offense right now. Rampart crowd has been ecstatic the whole game.
Yeah,
and making it rough for Coronado to communicate with each other.
This Rampart football team is giving them a show. As here comes the pass to the ground.
And it was tipped, I believe.
Yeah, Rampart may be hoping for a pick there, but you know what? They'll take it. Up 31-0 left. Up 31-0.
2nd and 10 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left for this half.
I think Coronado might want to push the tempo here. Trying to get into a 2-minute offense. Maybe try to get some points here. So let's see what they do. Shotgun formation once again. Ball snapped. And goes deep.
Goes deep. Let's see if...
And towards the sideline. Once again, they just cannot connect on those deep passes, which has been detrimental to their offense.
Rampart crowd could be a big... for them to not hear them communicating on what to throw.
Yeah, big Rampart crowd, a big factor here today. Here we go, 3rd and 10. This is beginning to turn to a nightmare for Coronado. Can they turn the tide around though? Let's see.
There's a scramble down the middle.
Scramble. And great.
He's breaking tackles, spinning, and he is tackled.
That's just a great effort.
About the 23-yard line. It looks like the punt team is coming out for Coronado.
Yeah, I believe that is the right call here. They don't want to give Rampart better field position. So he's going to punt it away. And, just try to get out of this nightmare half so far. Try to get into the locker room. Maybe try to get themselves together. See what they can do in the second half. But Rampart, though, I believe they'll be going to the locker room with smiles all over their faces.
I believe so. They're ecstatic for how well they are doing this game.
It's been a great performance. Coach Roy are really making an impact. I loved a lot of these play calls so far by Rampart. Here you go, Coronado. They took a timeout. It's 4th and 5. And it looks like the punt team will come out here.
Let's see if you can get a good punt here.
Yeah, we're under a minute right now. I believe now Rampart might just want to take it into the locker room. But let's see. As the return man for Rampart, that is Braden Sears. Versatile man out here.
He is, with Nate Isaacson as well. They are both versatile.
Here we go. Punt.
That was a short punt. And they let it
bounce. Good bounce, though.
That was an amazing bounce for Coronado.
46 seconds left on the clock. Rampart will take over.
I believe Rampart is just going to run out the clock here just so it could be halftime.
Yeah, and that's what we said last time, but they did surprise us. So, Don't count them out just yet.
They're most likely going to play deep coverage after that last play.
Yeah, just try to just play prevent here. Just don't let them get anything. Coronado needs to get themselves adjusted, as they have not had the greatest game so far. Rampart just outplaying them offensively and defensively.
I totally agree on that. Coronado, when they go in the locker room, they need a pep talk and just how they're going to change the tide of the game and possibly tie up the game.
Yeah, and they need to keep their chins up here if they want to come back. You cannot let the scoreboard get to you. You just got to come out playing in the second half like it's 0-0.
Exactly.
As we go, Rampart will go for the pass here, maybe looking for another big play. Great protection here. Gets away and he gets sacked.
And he gets sacked for a good amount of yardage.
Ball still inbounds though. I believe that they're just going to let this clock run, maybe run one more play. But once again, we'd like to remind you that during halftime, the Rampart band will be performing, so please enjoy that while these players get adjusted during the half.
Rampart is most likely just going to do a run
running,
play.
Walking towards the locker room, and that's it for the half, Rampart Rams. It's 31-0. It's just a party here at D20 Stadium, as Rampart just great show here tonight so far.
Great performance by Rampart. Coronado is going to the locker room to try to mix things up.
And once again, we will see you after the half, Rams. Please enjoy this performance by the RHS band. Thank you. Signing off. See you at the half, Rams.
Band is under the direction of Keith Akuncius and David Altman with the assistance of Dalton Van Hook, Chris Ventura, Kay Witt, and Keith Tye. The band show is titled New Directions and features the music of U2, M83, Coldplay, and Joseph Correa. Let's cheer on the regiment and drum majors Lexi Stegman and Caden Harden and the 2022 Rampart Regiment.
Rampart High School was the first high school in the state to have a live sports broadcasting class, and this strong tradition continues today. Sports broadcasting students have a real-world, hands-on experience with creating high-quality live broadcasts of our athletic teams here at Rampart.
It's a class where we kind of learn all the basics of like what regular sports broadcasting would be, like what you would see on TV usually.
Live sports broadcast is a class designed to teach students the basics of live video production.
It's similar to KRAM, where we learn how to use cameras, we learn how to edit, but the extra element to that class is that we also go to live games, and every time you see a broadcast or you see like clips of games in our KRAMs or something, that's from us.
You get to do something with real-world application, because sports broadcasting is a thing that they do out in the real world, and you can make money off of it, and you can learn the fundamentals of how to set up a live broadcast system, because we have like all the essentials you need to actually learn and start up one.
We usually broadcast all the home games at school, so all those football games at D20 Stadium, basketball games here in the gym.
The broadcast students have a variety of reasons they got involved with the program, but a love of sports is key.
I like sports in general, so that's why I chose to do sports broadcasting.
I got put in it sophomore year, and we built like a really good community with the people that I had in my class, just going to every single sporting event and getting to learn more about each other, because we all had to show up at an hour early and spend hours at a time with each other and commentating. You had to talk with each other the whole time and build chemistry. And it was just a really good sense of community that I built, and I wanted to keep doing that again. So.
My brother actually recommended it. He hasn't taken it, but he's taken a class with that teacher, and he said that Mr. Mooring was really cool and that I would probably really enjoy sports broadcasting. And I thought it would kind of just be some good life lessons, sort of, that maybe I could use in the future.
Just learn how to be involved with the community is the best part of it, because you get to go to games, you have to learn different positions, learn how to commentate, learn how to operate a switchboard, how to work a camera at a live game.
But really it provides a service. It's a lot more like a job, because it is a career and tech ed course that teaches you live production skills that you could use if you were to go out and get a job after Rampart and work in a live production field.
These student sports journalists leave us with a few words on why they love broadcasting.
I do sports broadcasting because I really love sports, and I just love being involved with them no matter what it is. So sports broadcasting is really the class for me, where it's I can learn about sports, be involved in sports, be involved with Rampart.
It's obvious these students will continue Rampart's proud tradition of quality sports coverage. This is Elliot Bono, signing off for KRAM.
By balancing the run and pass. That great run! He's got a hole! He's gone! Touchdown, Rampart Rams!
All right, I'll start it off. Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that performance by Rampart Band there. It was a great performance, and we're about to go on kickoff.
Yeah, Rampart up 31-0 as we're about to kick off this ball. It's been a great showing by them. Great offense, great defense. And the crowd is loving it. We got about 30 seconds till kickoff. What do you think Coronado talked about in that locker room during the half?
I think about just talking about offense and defense of just adjustments they could do possibly to stop Rampart in defense and to get something going on offense there.
Yeah,
to get some points on the board.
Yeah, obviously you said put a QB spy on Rampart, and I think that's something they gotta do as these Rampart quarterbacks are making the defense's life brutal for them. As here we go. Kickoff is about to start. Here comes the kickoff team. Rampart will kick off to Coronado.
Let's see if Coronado could string something on kickoff, possibly get a kickoff return.
Yeah, Rampart just trying to keep the momentum going and trying to go home with a win here to start off the season 1-0. Here we go, both teams warming up. We got about 2 minutes until kickoff here. Both these teams warming up though. We talked about Coronado, but what do you think what was said in that Rampart locker room?
I think it was all happy faces in there and just saying do not let your guard down here because they could possibly turn around any time in the second half.
That's the sign of a mature team when they can, not let the score get to them and keep playing the best football they can. As we're getting ready for kickoff, Coronado getting those last stretches in.
James Royer has been doing amazing coaching tonight with amazing play calls on defense and offense.
We've seen a Rampart offense like we've never seen it before. They've been passing, they've been running, they've been introducing a lot of new plays, and this offense just looks really strong, and I'm really optimistic to see what we see for the rest of the season.
Rampart has been loving the shotgun formation as well this whole game.
Lots of trips, and there's a lot of plays they have. They just have a simple handoff. They have an option where they keep it with the quarterback, and we even saw a deep pass there towards the end of that half, which got them that 31-0 lead. So we go. Rampart will be kicking off. I believe Nate Isaacson, who's been a very, very busy man.
Yes, he has, as well with Braden Spears here this game. He has been doing amazing playing QB and just on defense as well.
And this Rampart crowd getting back into it, ready to start the half. They've been a factor this game, leading to some poor communication by Coronado. And we're about less than a minute till kickoff.
About 30 seconds until kickoff.
Rampart kicking team getting set up here, hoping to keep the good vibes going. 31-0.
Comes Coronado on the field. Rampart's getting ready to kick off.
And Coronado needs to keep their heads up right now. They could come back. We've seen crazier comebacks in sports before. If they can keep their composure and maybe talk about some things, maybe adjust to this Rampart defense and offense, they have a chance. So I'd say they're not out of the fight yet.
I totally agree with that.
As here comes the kickoff, ready for the second half.
That was a great kick.
And
and he muffs the kick.
Just let it go. Touchback, Coronado.
There's a touchback. Let's see if Coronado could possibly get some points on the board this drive.
And the Rampart defense has been very strong in the first half. Let's see if they can keep it up. As the quarterback for Coronado, Jackson Gutowski, hoping to put the first points up on the board for Coronado, along with his right-hand man, David Moore. Let's see what they do here. Spread shotgun formation here. 2 running backs in the backfield.
They do a
Screen
short pass.
And he gets away from him. Good tackling by Rampart.
That was nice coordination there. Compared to what we've seen earlier, the crowd could have gotten to them earlier, but hopefully they don't get to them this half.
I think something they also talked about in the locker room is catching those balls, because it's been a big problem for them. They had a lot of chances where the receiver just cannot hold on to it, or maybe it's overthrown a little. That's something Coronado needs to fix. As here comes the blitz by Rampart. And he is stopped.
And it still looks like Rampart is still doing great this game.
Rampart not changing anything up from the first half, just out here playing very good. Lots of blitzes. As a 3rd and 6, can Coronado adjust to that blitz? Here we go. Twins formation, I believe. In the shotgun. They should allow for a lot of protection.
It is a pass.
Both running backs are blocking, but the pocket breaks down. He has to scramble. He's just going to run it, and that's maybe about a yard. Not what you want to see for Coronado.
4 and 5 yards to go for a first down.
They will bring out the punting team here.
And they are punting. That's an interesting choice since they've been aggressive all game.
And I think now they realize, so, let's maybe not try to get into a bigger hole than we already are. Not give Rampart this great field position.
Looks like they are actually might go for it instead.
And I think timeout might have been called. Contemplate what they do here.
4th and 7.
This Rampart defense has not missed a step since the end of the half. Still coming out aggressive here.
I totally agree, but honestly, Coronado needs to change some things up and maybe throw some trick plays in there, maybe Wildcat or something.
That trick play could possibly change the tide of this game. Maybe try to catch Rampart with something they're not expecting. Maybe that can give them the spark they need. But for right now, looks like they might be punting. As the return man for Rampart, that is Zach Barnett, hoping to get something here.
Zach Barnett has been doing amazing this game as well.
He's been that slot receiver in that transformation, and a lot of balls have come his way. And he's done a great job at catching so far. Here we go. Here comes the punt by Coronado. And high punt once again. Not much yardage, but that bounce.
Just going to let it bounce.
Rampart will set up shop at about the 43-yard line.
That was a decent punt there. Let's see if Rampart could possibly make this lead larger than it already is.
Yeah, they went into half with momentum. Can they keep it up? But I'd say the most important thing is to not turn it over. Not give Coronado good field position. Like, even if they don't score points, as long as they don't give Coronado that chance to get back into the game, Rampart should be looking good here.
Rampart has held up their part of the game.
They really showed up for this, very big crowd here tonight. As here we go, it's Hayden Benoit at QB.
A low snap.
He will scramble, gets towards the sideline, cuts inside.
And he is stuffed.
Just goes down right there. Trying to avoid that fumble, just like the one in the first half. Great job right there. If you set up for second down, it will be second down at about 10.
That was a nice read on Coronado's defense there.
Let's see what Rampart does. One man in the backfield.
I believe that's Camden Bruns.
And they will hand it off. Great run. That might have been Macy Ramaka. I couldn't tell if that was a 30 or 32.
We're at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line. Yeah, that is Macy Ramaka. And Rampart once again in the shotgun formation.
Yeah.
Fakes the handoff. Gets away from the pressure.
And
Good
goes up the
scrambling.
middle. Good
He
scramble.
might not catch him. To the 20. To the 10. Cuts. He will not get into the end zone, but let's see a replay of that. As we can see, great run here by Rampart. He just cuts away from that defense. And from there, it's just a foot race. He almost gets the edge, as you can see here. He gets to the 20, gets to the 10. But number 17 from Coronado, good chase. As well as number 1 that makes the hit. But regardless, Rampart, great field positioning, great play there by the Rams.
That was an amazing run and amazing footwork on the sideline to make sure he did not step out of bounds while he was in the chase there.
I think this is a level of strategy, this Rampart 2 QB situation. You know, one comes in and he's never, whatever QB's in is never tired for Rampart. You know, fresh legs every single time. As number 2 coming in for Rampart, that is Lucas Plitch. Apologies for any mispronunciation. But Rampart here, trying to get another touchdown possibly.
Let's see if they can make this lead larger than it already is and make it harder for Coronado to come back and possibly tie the game and maybe win the game as well.
Yeah, Rampart trying to just put this game on ice in the third quarter. Here we go. Ball snapped. Handoff. I believe that's Bruns trying to push that pile. Good job there by him.
That was an amazing job. He is that power back for Rampart. He is doing amazing tonight with those power runs.
Yeah, whenever they need a big man to just push through that line of scrimmage, just give it to Bruns. He will get that job done. Here we go. He's in the backfield once again. Rampart's spread offense.
It's another handoff with him. That might have been a first down.
I believe it.
It looks like it's 3rd and short.
3rd and short for Rampart.
8 minutes and 30 on the clock.
And they're trying to knock into the door for another touchdown. Chains have not moved, so he will be short. 3rd and 2. Can Rampart possibly get into the end zone here?
Let's see if they're going with another run or maybe a pass
Let's see
play.
a run. It'll be a play action. Throws towards the middle.
And that looks like he might have caught it.
I can't see from here, but I think
he caught it.
He did catch it. First down, Rampart Rams.
That was an amazing catch, an amazing throw.
Good catch. And now Coronado with their backs against the wall here. Rampart rolling with Hayden Benoit, QB. Let's see here. Once again, that trip shotgun formation. Just hands it off.
Another handoff.
The middle. Did he get in? Refs saying he might have been short. The Rampart will be down at the 1. And I'm guessing here they're just going to give it to their power back. It is Lance Judson coming into the field as a substitution for Rampart. But yeah, Bruns once again in the backfield. Do you think they just run it in here?
I do think they're just going to run it in. He has just been amazing running people over in this game tonight.
And no, they will keep it. Trying to get into the end zone. He does. Touchdown, Rampart.
Let's see that in slow-mo.
Yeah, we thought Bruns might have kept it. But as you can see, just easy job there.
That was an amazing scramble for quarterback there.
Hayden Benoit, great play right there. And Coronado not looking good right now. Trying to maybe get back into this game.
Can't believe Coronado has happy faces on the sideline right now.
Yeah, Coronado trying to keep those spirits up, trying to maybe come back. As here comes the PAT for Rampart. It's good.
And it's good. 38-0.
Nate Isaacson has an accurate and powerful leg. And that is a combo to be reckoned with.
Yes, it is. He has been on point tonight. I think that's 5 for 5, right?
Yeah, I believe that he's 5 for 5 on PATs, plus a field goal. He has just proven to be the right choice for kicker.
He's on fire tonight. He's just that guy for the kicker.
Yeah, here he comes on the kickoff. We will see him. And for Coronado, your return man, I believe, will still be David Moore. As Coronado trying to find something here that could get him back into the game.
Nate Robinson looks like he does not get tired after kicking.
Yeah, Nate Isaacson just relentless out there. Very resilient.
Comes Coronado on the field.
Yeah, and your returner will be David Moore.
See if David Moore could possibly stir something up back there.
And backing him up, David Moore, I believe that's number 28. That is Jacob Jostin. But
That was an amazing kick.
yeah, no need for either return man right there as the ball goes into the back of the end zone. Rampart up 38-0. As this Rampart crowd counting every single score right now.
Let's see if Coronado could stir something up on offense. They have been pretty dry this half.
Yeah, not a lot from Coronado this half or the previous half. They need something. Maybe just erase that goose egg off that scoreboard is a start.
They should just play like it's 0-0 right now, like it's the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that's what they need to do right now. As here we go. Mimicking that Rampart trips formation. And it will be a handoff up the middle. And he gets stopped right there. Great tackling by Rampart.
They have been doing amazing on these run defense.
Yeah, Rampart not letting anything get past them at the line of scrimmage. And that's been a big part of why they're in the position right now to walk out with a blowout win.
Here comes a substitution for Nate Isaacson with Marcio Ramaka, I think. I'm sorry if I did not pronounce that right.
Once again, our apologies for any mispronunciations during this game. Let's see, we go. Handoff once again. Tries to cut inside. He does get a cut. Trying to fight through the tackles. He will go down. It'll be 3rd and short.
That was an amazing run right there. Let's see if they can get this first down. Oh, I think they did get the first down.
Maybe a small break for Coronado right there. Maybe just what they need. Let's see they go. This Rampart team trying to keep up the pressure.
That could have been the spark they needed.
Yeah, that definitely could have been.
Another handoff. And he
nothing
gets
there.
tackled, maybe for a 1 or 2 yard gain right there.
And Coronado right now just playing with short runs. I don't know if that's what they should be doing down this much. But, any points would be good.
Yes, it would. It would make it easier for them to try to come back.
As here we go. Spread formation. One man in the backfield. What does Coronado do here? Ball snapped. Play action. Receiver tripped. I believe he was looking for number 1. That is Reality Smith, but he tripped and he was forced to just throw it down.
That was a nice play for Rampart. And they got lucky that he slipped there. That could have done something for Coronado.
Yeah, I believe that was the man he was looking for, and that Rampart pressure got to him. And he was just forced to throw it away.
Rampart have been amazing on these blitzes tonight.
Yeah, that's another one of Coach Warrior's new schemes coming in, just sending in those pressures with those outside linebackers. And I believe it was called intentional grounding on Coronado.
And that makes it harder for them to come back.
And 3rd and a mile, or 2nd and a mile. So yeah, 2nd and 26. Not what you want to see if you're Coronado. Yeah, 3rd and 26. There we go. Here we go.
Let's see if they can get a ball deep and maybe possibly get the first down here.
I think Rampart just playing coverage here. Yeah, they do bring pressure. Trying to get
And
away.
He scrambles
will
up the
scramble.
middle.
Can he get enough yards? Good tackles there by Rampart. He got about 16. If it wasn't for the penalty, that would have been a first down.
That was a really good scramble for Coronado. Let's see if they're going to go for it on 4th down, and it looks like they are.
Play given. Well, I believe the punting team is coming in.
Oh no, yeah, they are punting.
As Rampart trying to keep the party going here. So we go punting for Coronado. That is the QB, Gutowski.
It's 4th and 8, and they are punting. They could possibly do a fake here.
Fake would catch Rampart by surprise, and they
And it
do.
is a fake.
Great call right there, Aiden.
That might have been the first down they needed.
And he will be stopped way short of that first, though, as Rampart takes over. Now, good job, though, on sniffing out that play call, saying it's a fake. But, Rampart also predicted that.
Yes, they did. They were ready for that.
4 minutes left in the third quarter. Rampart just trying to get away with this game.
Trying to get away with the first win of the season so they can go 1-0.
Yeah, last year Rampart did not see a record over 500 at any point during the season. So this is just delightful for them. So here we go. Spread formation. I believe we will just see a run here. Yeah, we will.
The run for Camden Burns.
And
he
maybe
might
a
have
little
been
bit
a foul.
of rough contact right there. Number 34 for Coronado putting his arms up. That's Aiden Blanco with a tackle. Well, maybe some of the anger boiling over during this game.
I believe so. I think Coronado is just not in the right headspace right now.
Here we go. Trips once again. Ball snapped.
They do another handoff. Oh, it was,
it was
a fake.
play action. Even fooled us up here in the booth.
Yeah, he did.
Great pass. And once again, it's that slot receiver, number 7, Zach Barnett.
Zach Barnett has been electric in that slot position.
Yeah, he just runs up the middle and he just gets the ball and gets the job done every single time. Great job by Rampart to put him in the squad. There go Trips once again. The beauty about this formation is you don't know what Rampart's going to run. They could just run a pass or...
Oh, and there's a blitz from Coronado.
And yeah, here we go. Braden Sears.
And that was a nice reaction for the blitz there.
Once again, this Rampart team just looks so sharp right now, recognizing that defense, moving the ball at will, and Coronado no answers right now.
And recognizing that fake earlier as well. They're doing amazing for the reaction time.
Here we go. 1st and 10, 3 minutes left in the half. Rampart out of shotgun. And handoff once again.
And he gets tackled right there.
I believe that might have been an option play, and Braden Sears saw the pressure coming and just gave it to the big man. Camden Bruns. There's Braden Sears once again. And coming out of that huddle to the bench, that is number 30, Camden Bruns. Give some time for those legs to rest. As looking for a pass here. And on the middle.
That was almost a pick for Coronado, and that could have turned the tide and possibly got some points on the board there for them.
Good intentions, but that ball is incomplete. The flag, though, pass interference. And Coronado just cannot catch a break.
Coronado is not happy right now with the calls so far.
Yeah, Rampart. It looked like it could have gone either way. There was great defense, but also maybe some contact. And
I totally agree. The Rampart crowd is going loud right now. Could affect the defense.
I'm just trying to intimidate these Coronado players. As Rampart knocking on the door once again for another touchdown. And good handoff.
And he is tackled for no gain, I believe.
Here we
Camden Bruns is back on the field.
And the Rampart crowd is only getting louder here as Rampart keeps scoring.
Sears taking the snap.
Braden Sears. That might be Camden Bruns in the backfield. And
I
someone
think
jumped.
it might have been a false start on Rampart.
Yeah, false start Rampart. That will move him back.
2nd and 15. That could have been Coronado's call to possibly come back in the game.
Yeah, they definitely they need anything they can get right now. It's a false start, or just an incomplete pass. Whatever it is, Coronado needs it. So once again, Rampart loyal to that shotgun strips formation.
Yes, they are. Let's see if Coronado can lock up the receivers.
And ball snap. Once again, Braden Sears takes it, breaks tackles.
That was a nice scramble right up the middle there.
And some contact in the end zone right there.
It's 3rd and 6. He did pretty good there.
Yeah, these blocks by Coronado are getting more aggressive. I feel like there's some extra tugging at the end. And a lot of plays. Hopefully that doesn't develop into anything.
That would not be good if it does develop into anything else.
And let's see. Rampart changing up that formation, going to spread.
The
It
pass
will be
play.
a pass. He will just scramble. Braden Sears.
Touchdown Rams! Let's see that in slow-mo.
It's a great job by Rampart right there. Once again, recognizing the pressure's coming in. The pocket collapses on him. No, he just sees a hole right there. And just cuts inside. Nobody there to touch him. Yeah, just easy touchdown for Rampart as they pile it on here. 44-0.
Braden Sears is reaction time and is just doing amazing this game.
He's been a really great player.
And the kick, I believe, is good. 45-0 in the 3rd quarter. And 20 seconds left.
I believe now we will impose a running clock during the 3rd and 4th quarter.
I believe it's about to start 4th quarter for kickoff.
Yeah, here we go. 4th quarter. Rampart with a comfortable lead. As we head to the 3rd quarter, Coronado just cannot find any answers for anything Rampart has thrown at them.
Coronado is just struggling tonight.
Yeah, Coronado has not found their groove, and this is not the way they want to start their season. At this point, the game seems out of reach at this point, but I think it's important that Coronado still gets points for a morale boost going into next week.
I totally agree there. If they could at least get some points on the board, then I believe they would have their hopes up for next game they play next week.
Yeah, but for Rampart right now, just an absolute dream game. Everyone has been playing their part, and this Rampart team has just been really strong.
I totally agree. Rampart is doing amazing. Their crowd is supporting them.
Yeah, lots of parents, lots of students. It is great to see the whole Rampart community coming out here to support the Rams.
And for you guys at home, either if you're Coronado or Rampart, thank you for coming to watch the game.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in as we get set for this kickoff. Nate Isaacson, he's been great at getting those touchbacks. Here's the return man. So again, return man, David Moore. And can get another touchback.
And that is a great kick.
He will return it though. Trying to find something.
That was a pretty good return, about the 29-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, Coronado right here trying to once again maybe put some points up on the board here. As this 4th quarter gets started, they'll start their drive at about the 29-yard line. See what Rampart does here. Coronado talking. They need to make some adjustments here as this Rampart pressure has just been all over the QB. And
I totally agree there. Coronado just needs to throw some trick plays in there, and they could possibly get some points.
And
It's a handoff.
run it. And great moves right there, Coronado.
Great moves.
And he fumbled the ball. Rampart said they recovered. They did. Rampart football and Coronado melting down here.
Rampart is just doing amazing right now. They caused the fumble, and they are in good field position.
Yeah, Coronado right now does not know what to do. It's just nothing has gone right for them this game. And Rampart just enjoying the show right now. Enjoying themselves. As we mentioned, that running clock is imposed now. So this fourth quarter should go quicker than usual. But I don't think either of these teams is going to mind here. Rampart, with a comfortable lead. Coronado just hoping to recoup and recover and get set for any future games.
Coronado offense looks like they're getting a talk from the sideline to possibly change some things up.
Snap here. Just a handoff. And small amount of yardage right there.
Looks like Rampart's just trying to run out the clock and come home with a victory.
It was a tight matchup coming into the game. Coronado ranked 128 last year compared to Rampart 111. But this game has just been all Rampart.
Coach Royer looks like he's made a huge impact on the Rampart football team this year.
Yeah, he does have that credibility. He is responsible for one of Rampart's greatest playoff runs. And he's back to maybe try to get another one.
There was a run for maybe a yard.
3rd and 7. I think Rampart's just trying to run out this clock, make sure no one gets injured. Just play the game out. Go home happy with a win on this beautiful Thursday night.
Made a substitution. Connor Marco is in.
And at QB for Rampart.
At QB.
Yeah, Connor Marco is at QB for Rampart.
Let's see if Connor Marco could possibly get another touchdown for Rampart.
Just a handoff right there. Won't get much. That ball went to Hiram Gilman, substitute running back. Yeah, as Rampart here just letting everyone get a touch of that ball, letting everyone get a touch of that field.
Gage Haskell is in for quarterback, I believe now, as Connor Marco goes back to the sideline.
Yeah, and the pace is just slowed down. Rampart's just taking their time, letting that play clock run down, and trying to get away with a nice win here.
I don't believe Rampart needs to change anything of their scheme. They're just doing amazing this game against Coronado.
And here comes more substitutions. And I don't know who's going to be at QB here. I believe that, I don't know who that is at QB.
I think, they're punting. I think they might have gotten a flag there because they're 4th and 11.
Oh yeah, 4th and 11. Rampart will just punt this ball away.
So Nate Isaacson is punting. Yeah. He is doing everything, and that's a great punt.
Great
bounce. Let it bounce.
And he does it all. Ball down inside the 10.
That was a great bounce. And that was a great punt from Nate Isaacson. Rampart is happy with that punt.
And Coronado hoping to get some points here. As this Rampart defense and Rampart offense has cooled down. They're just enjoying the game right now. 45-0. This is exactly how they wanted to start their first game off. Here we go.
On the other hand, this is not how Coronado wanted to start their season off.
It's going to be two very different post-game speeches. As one team needs to improve pretty much everything. Well, Rampart's just they're just going to be in a very happy mood in that locker room.
Let's see what Coronado offense can do.
They will
And
throw
they're
it
throwing
deep.
it deep.
Once again, I think he might have had him, but once just an overthrow.
You just put a little bit too much power on that throw.
Yeah, Reality Smith is a playmaker for Coronado. It's either the ball slips away from him or it's overthrown almost all the time.
He's just not having a good game today.
Yeah, and that's something Coronado needs to fix for any future games if they want to make an impact this season. Let's see here once again.
So that
They'll
was a
just go for the
handoff
run.
down the middle. About 3 or 4 yards there.
Great job pushing that pile. Yeah, just over 5 minutes left. And at this point, it's pretty much impossible for any comeback to occur. Just hoping to get points here for Pride.
I totally agree there.
I believe they're still Coronado is still playing all their starters though, or at least most of them. They're trying to, maybe use this as extra scrimmage time. Here we go. Strips formation. Ball snapped. Quarterback keeps it.
It's a scramble, and it's a
Good
good run.
And he's tackled before he gets that first.
About the 19-yard line.
A great job there by Rampart.
And got the first down. It's 1st and 10 on the 19-yard line.
4:30 left on this clock as time is running out in this first game. And just good vibes overall here for Rampart. Let's see what Coronado can do here. Ball snap. Trying to find something. He could have tried to throw it away.
But he just runs right out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's something that should be worked on too. But I think Billy Coronado has taken some unnecessary sacks this game. When throwing it away is an option.
I totally agree, especially in the first half when those plays could have been crucial.
Rampart now making substitutions. That's number 67 coming in, Jackson Mahar. And screen pass.
He catches it.
And once again, Reality Smith catches it, but he gets stuffed.
Tried to juke there, but did not fool the defender there. He got the tackle.
Yeah, 3rd down now for Coronado. I believe they will go for a pass here. Try to get something going.
3rd and 2. See if they can get a first down. Might do another screen pass here.
He just rolls out,
And
cuts.
takes it for himself.
Great movement right there, and Coronado has a first down. And more.
I don't think 70 was paying attention there. Justice Derrickson, I don't think he was paying attention. And he thought the play was over.
A great job by the Coronado QB to make a play right there. And, give Coronado a little bit of a spark here as time dwindles down.
It was an amazing scramble.
We got 2 minutes 30 left. Left of week 1 of Rampart football here. And good movement there by Coronado.
That's a great movement
Scrambles once again, shrugs through the defenders.
Jackson.
And great tackles there by Rampart. Coronado putting something together, too little, too late. But it's still good to see that they have some sort of offense rolling here.
Let's see if they can get some points this quarter.
Just rolls out, throws it away.
And throws it straight
might
towards
be
the turf.
Flag. It won't be.
It looks like the quarterback for Coronado is tired.
Yeah, he's been running around a lot.
And he's been playing the whole game.
Yeah. That takes a toll on the body.
Yes, it does.
Let's see. Under 90 seconds left to play. Scrambles out once again. Trying to look for
Going
something.
back.
Throws it.
Throws it.
That might have been a lineman that caught it. Trucks through a man.
That was an amazing truck there.
Number 26 for Coronado, Jerry Ice. Very close name to an NFL legend. But Jerry Ice right there. Great truck.
50 seconds left for this game. Let's see if they can put some points up before the game ends. Looks like they might just let it run out for the rest of the game.
45 seconds. This Rampart crowd knows it. The red players know it. Rampart's going to walk out with the win. But here comes the pass by Coronado.
Comes
looking
a deep
deep.
throw.
And
he catches it. Goes out of bounds.
Will they play hurry up here and try to get at least one score? No, if they were connected with more of those during the game.
They might have been tied if they did connect all of them.
Yeah, this would have been a very different ball game. At Coronado here, I think we'll have time for one last play. Enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen, because here we go. Last play. Can Coronado get points on the board? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Ball snapped. Here's the last play of the game. Rampart pressure getting to him.
And he gets sacked.
The shutout is complete. Rampart wins the game.
45-0. That was an amazing game for Rampart. Coronado could just not find a way to get some points on the board this whole game. Rampart has just been played amazing this game.
Yeah, that's what you want to see that's what you want to see as coaches. That's what you teach your players. That's Rampart played with great technique.
Rampart starting off 1-0, Coronado starting 0-1. That was an amazing game. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
And this might be a whole different season compared to the last for the Rampart Rams. As they will walk out here with that win.
Totally agree.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This has been a Don Andrade with my partner.
Thank you for joining us again. Hope to see you guys next time.
Yeah, Saturday at noon. Join us for boys soccer. Yeah, boy, NC Squad and JV2. Thank you, Rampart Rams, for joining us.
All right, thank you. Goodbye.